As people age, their body parts age and weaken. The following things always contain unexpected dangers. As people age, their body parts age and weaken. The following are some of the unexpected dangers that the elderly need to be aware of. 1. Don't exercise early in the morning. We still have the notion that exercising in the morning is good because the air is fresh. That is not true, because from 4 to 6 am according to the biological clock of the elderly. The body temperature is high. Blood pressure increases. Adrenal hormones are also 4 times higher than in the evening. If you exercise vigorously, run or walk a lot in the cold wind, the heart can easily stop beating. There have been many elderly people who come back from walking early in the morning sweating. After bathing, their blood pressure suddenly increases. Cerebral blood vessels rupture, and even stroke. It is best to exercise in the evening. Although the air is not as clean as early morning, it is much safer. 2. Do not wake up in a hurry while sleeping. The nerves of the elderly are often slow. When you want to get up to pee or someone calls you, you can get up from a lying position and walk around, which can cause your blood pressure to suddenly increase, which can easily lead to a ruptured blood vessel in the brain. Therefore, when you need to get up from your sleep, you should do it slowly in 3 steps, each step about half a minute. Step 1. When you wake up, close your eyes and lie down for another half a minute. Step 2. Sit up in bed for half a minute. Rub your hands and feet. Step 3. Let your feet touch the ground or floor for half a minute before standing up and walking. 3. Don't turn your head suddenly. Elderly people often have hardened blood vessels, thick, narrow walls and poor elasticity. If you suddenly turn your head back, the blood vessels in the neck are compressed. The already narrow arteries are compressed even more. Plus the sympathetic nerves are strongly stimulated, causing the blood vessels to constrict. Blood circulation is slow, causing the brain to be ischemic, lacking oxygen, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, and some people have fallen. So when you are standing or walking and someone calls you from behind, do not turn your head suddenly, but turn slowly. It is best to turn your whole body. Avoid just turning your head. 4. Don't stand on one leg to put on pants. The bones of the elderly are often porous due to lack of calcium. If they are not porous, they are brittle. When wearing pants, standing with your legs bent to put each leg into the pants leg can easily cause you to fall due to loss of balance or because the pants get caught. When the elderly fall, they are prone to broken bones and crushed bones. When wearing pants, it is best to sit on a chair or on the bed. In the bathroom, if there is no place to sit, you must lean your butt against a wall to keep your balance and avoid falling. Many people have fallen and broken their shin bones and crushed their pelvis because they stood with their legs bent to put on pants. 5. Do not tilt your neck back too much. Because there are many bones near the blood vessels in the neck, normally there is a lubricating fluid between the bones. But with age the lubricant becomes less. The bones become sharp. When the neck is tilted back beyond the allowable limit, the sharp bones damage the blood vessels, limiting the amount of blood to the brain, causing cerebral ischemia and fainting. Therefore, when sitting in a recliner, the elderly should not tilt their necks too far back. 6. Don't wear your belt too tight. The abdominal area around the belt is near the stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. If the belt is too tight, it will compress the abdominal blood vessels, impede blood circulation, and the rectum near the anus can easily protrude when defecating, which is commonly known as prolapse. When the belt is tight, the stomach and small intestine are always under pressure, which negatively affects digestion. Therefore, you should not tighten the belt, and it is best to use a shoulder strap, called bretelle in French. Normally, at home, you should only wear elasticized pajama pants. Do not wear dress pants that have to be tied with a belt, which makes the abdomen always feel tight. 7. When defecating, do not strain too much. Constipation is a common phenomenon in the elderly. When going to the toilet, no one wants to stay in the toilet for a long time, so they often want to push hard to go quickly. But if they push too hard, their face will turn red and it is very dangerous. Medical tests have shown that when pushing hard, it is easy to dilate the veins in the anus, causing bleeding. But more importantly, blood pressure will increase, which can lead to stroke and myocardial infarction. To avoid having to push when going to the toilet, the elderly need to eat a lot of vegetables, bananas, potatoes, and drink a lot of water to prevent constipation. 8. Don't speak too fast or too much. Some American scientists discovered that when we talk normally, even if it is just a light joke, the cells in the body are still affected and affect blood pressure. A scientific experiment with 100 people, each reading 2 pages of documents at different speeds. The results showed that people who read at a moderate speed had normal blood pressure and heart rate. People who read too fast, read quickly, immediately had increased blood pressure and heart rate. But when they read slowly again, blood pressure and heart rate decreased. Through that, we see that the elderly should speak less and speak slowly, which is good for their health. Those who have heart disease and high blood pressure should speak even more slowly and less. 9. Don't get emotional. For the elderly, the blood vessels have aged. If they are strongly emotional, too angry or too happy, they can easily get a heart attack and a stroke. Therefore, the elderly should not be emotional. Avoid all anger and sadness, but need to live peacefully, harmoniously, happily, ignoring all things that affect their psychology and health. There is a very good saying, "Don't die from ignorance," because in fact, there are many people who have died from ignorance, even young people. Through my limited knowledge, through life experience and through consulting the latest foreign medical documents, I hope that this short article will help the elderly live long, live healthy, live happily and increase their lifespan.